Welcome back to Studio Chatter. Easter, warmer weather, this all adds up to spring break. Let's talk about that.
Let's talk about spring break. Are we doing anything?
No.
Maybe
It's certainly not Miami.
Oh, I know. Florida's getting slammed. I've never seen so many people travel to Florida
and Mexico. I feel like I've just heard everyone going to those two.
Those are probably the places that are most open.
Or St. George.
Yeah, there you go.
Yep.
Okay, so if we're not going anywhere, what about plans for Easter?
Oh boy. I bought my little grandkids Easter baskets and stuff. Normally we go to my sister's and have a big Easter egg hunt. She's going to be out of town. So now me and my other sister, like, do we do something or do we let, like, my married kids maybe could just do their in-laws? I don't know.
Yeah, we're kind of at that stage too.
Fuddy-duddy.
We would always go to Grandma Beck. She'd do a huge Easter egg hunt. Now I'm getting my own grandkids.
Right.
But not enough to make it like a rip-roaring Easter shindig yet.
So I can't decide if I'm going to do it alone this year, if I just let them go do their thing.
What about you?
So yeah, we're going to my mom and dad's.
Okay.
So they're coming home. We'll do the Easter egg hunt. We always have the traditional, ham dinner.
Okay. So is your Easter egg hunt outside or inside?
Outside.
And do they just hide eggs with candy, money?
Both.
Okay. That's what my kids always had.
And it used to be, back in my day, it used to be the boiled eggs. So there would be like the hard-boiled eggs, and the plastic eggs, and then the golden eggs.
Yes,
that
we have our
money eggs. Now I think it's just like the plastic eggs with candy and mostly.
Candies and quarters.
Oh, our kids are so awful. Like, because we let all of our older, they'll shake it, and then if they know that there's candy in it, and then just drop those ones. I'm like, do we even do candy anymore? Or do they all just need to be money? Just a whole bunch of money.
And how fun is that? That's why it's like good to the adults. You're done.
Yep.
Now we're doing the kids.
Well, and
we
since
do it,
the
everyone.
coin shortage, do you just Venmo them and just call it good, right?
There you go. Is there
That's
a
a great
coin
idea.
shortage still?
I don't know. Was there ever really?
I don't know.
I thought that was kind of silly, actually.
Yeah.
I'm like, can't they just make more? Like,
I always thought that too. I never really understood that.
Right.
I'm like, can't they just make
Print
more money?
They print more money.
I know when I was really young, I would tell my mom, can't you just write more checks?
Exactly.
Doesn't it just, now that I have my own,
Okay, I want to ask you guys, since none of us are doing anything fun for spring break,
or Easter.
What has been your favorite spring break? Either going back to your childhood or something you've done with your kids.
Oh, well, spring break. I was thinking Easter because I was going to say camping. That used to be really, really fun.
We took a cruise one year, and it was really with Rhett's parents, and it was really neat. Yeah,
okay.
It was
so
fun.
That was a good one. And you say camping?
Well, that was more Easter. I'm trying to think of like some spring break that really stands out.
I think the one that's coming to my mind is for a couple years when our kids were like teenagers and like late elementary was Moab.
We've done that one time, and it was so fun.
Like renting Jeeps or four-wheelers and going out in the Red Rocks and staying at the pool.
We did that like 4 or 5 years ago, and it was so fun.
Yeah, but you know what? And I have heard from three different parents. I don't know if I want to take my high school teenagers, on spring break because they just want to be home with their kids. So they're not super fun to take. And I said, that is exactly. I remember us cutting our
vacation
short in Moab because they're like, this really isn't even a trip, Mom. We didn't fly anywhere.
Okay.
What about the Jeep rental all day in the hotel and the eating out? Like
that
we
wasn't
took them
good
home.
enough?
They just want to be with their friends.
Yeah. Well, and the way that it falls, because Easter and spring break are kind of, right on the heels of each other, kind of back to back. And for us, I've said, well, just because they're on spring break doesn't necessarily mean that we're on vacation from work either, because we're working. So we've been taking all of this other time away from work to kind of do these other things. So our bigger vacations come more in later summer and fall. So.
And then what about the break that the kids have had for the last 12 months?
Yeah.
Do they need a spring break?
I'm
probably not.
So
just more time
I think
at home.
Parents want to get away.
Yes.
Like, let's get out because we haven't done anything for the last year. But
right.
It might be a really interesting year. And I think as parents, we live in a society that if everyone's leaving, you kind of feel like pressure, like, where are we going to go?
Right.
What are we going to do? We can't stay home.
Right. But a lot of people are like not planning because they're not quite sure what's opened up.
Right. So this year's still a little tricky.
I do think so.
Well, our dilemma too, even from last time, was that we have all of this time that we need to use in different places, or it's that, you know, trying to fill in what we, or make up for rather what we are trying to put from last year. And it's like, oh my gosh, we have all these things we need to do and not enough time. So it's fill in the squeeze of that too. So it's in some ways more stressful.
Well, hopefully some of our viewers get to go somewhere fun.
Yes, enjoy your spring break.
I'm going to have a new grandbaby, and that'll be fun.
Yay! For spring break.
Yep.
Oh, that will be fun.
So precious.
It'll be good. It'll be worth staying home for.
Coming up on Studio Chatter, April 5th marks a big day for Spanish work. We'll find out more about that next.